is Carlton, television for London.
You may have noticed I'm quite partial to the odd Class 87. I know, I rarely mention it. This fine example was an absolute steal on eBay. I think the vendor had confused it with the older tooling and also discounted it because the pantograph was broken. Well, they all break. And as well as believing in buyer beware, I also believe in seller beware. So I got this for 80 quid. When I opened it up, I also discovered it was DCC fitted, albeit with a basic Hattons chip, but at least I could run it and test it straight away. And it's a beauty. One thing you won't know is that I have a random number generator formula in a spreadsheet, which I use to name my next 87 purchase. One day it's going to throw up a difficult repaint for me, which is part of the fun, but this time it came up with 007 City of Manchester, which is one I've wanted to add for a long time. I'm a born and bred Midlander, but I've lived in or near Manchester for the past 22 years, and the place means a hell of a lot to me. It's had my usual pre-service prep, although I haven't weathered it yet. I've ordered a Helgen Class 86 Brecknell Willis pantograph, and 007 will be my first 87 to try a retrofit pantograph. The standard Hornby pantograph on these models is next to useless at the best of times, but it absolutely won't cut it when I get round to adding my catenary. That's on pre-order, not sure when it will arrive, but I'll report back on how that goes, then I'll tackle the weathering. These rename and renumber very easily. The numbers are quite easy to remove and the white paint underneath is very forgiving. I use custom numbers from Railtech together with their 3D printed transfer nameplates, which I almost always favour now over an etched equivalent. The name of the base model is King Arthur, which was one of the shorter Class 87 names, so I could just fix the new plate straight over the old. This one's in pull trim, so has crew and a magnetic coupler on the back. It's mostly running southbound in these clips today with a failed DVT right behind it. The real thing entered traffic in late 1973 and was part of the 36-strong fleet which revolutionised Anglo-Scottish services via the West Coast. In 1977 it was named City of Manchester at Piccadilly Station, an event clearly enjoyed by the Lord and Lady Mayor. It had its first livery change in 1985, wearing original Intercity until late 1992. Class 87s were among the very last locos to wear this livery. It never wore mainline and went straight to Intercity Swallow at the start of 1993 and gained its high-intensity headlight. 87s never looked better than in this livery in my opinion, but times changed and in 1999 007 got a fresh coat of red paint reflecting its new operator's brand. After 30 years of exemplary service, the entire class was relegated to more mundane duties by the arrival of the Class 390 Pendolinos. 007 received this grey Cotswold Rail livery and could then be seen much further afield than the West Coast Main Line. The end came in 2007 when it was sidelined for disposal to Bulgaria. Looking as pimped up as Del Boy's Ford Capri, I think it's still in service. I certainly can't find evidence that it's been scrapped. This would represent over 50 years of service, a milestone held by very few BR machines. This is now definitely one of my holy trinity, alongside Royal Scot and City of Liverpool. 27 more to go.